Thank you, everyone. Thanks for the wonderful introduction to Sean, and appreciate the opportunity to be here with you. And thank you to the Sacramento Innovation Awards Steering Committee, especially. We at UC Davis are honored to accept this prestigious award on behalf of the entire Davis community. We're grateful to be recognized for our innovation, particularly because innovation really defines our university mission and spirit. First, let me not forget to give a quick shout out to Scott Moak. Scott is my personal MC. He does every event that I speak at. And he's a perfect match for the ceremony. As he said, he's a proud Aggie. He personifies our commitment to the public good in his role as president of community impact for the Kings. Thanks again, Scott, for continuing to make us look good. I've had the pleasure of developing a friendship also with Vivek Randive. He's invited my wife, Michelle, and I to join him for the Kings opening game last month. We are Atlanta Hawks fans, as you might imagine, but we're definitely rooting for the Kings these days, but we certainly would appreciate another invitation when the Hawks visit the Golden One. My discussions with Vivek and other business leaders go beyond basketball. One of the priorities as UC Davis Chancellor is to develop a new level of synergy between our university and the city of Sacramento. Together, I believe we can build a new era of vitality with the communities, with our communities and the regional economy. And I'll touch more on that in just a bit. I'd first like to speak to my own passion for innovation. As an academic, my research focused on computer-aided manufacturing of integrated circuits, which is a fancy way of saying I develop ways to produce the hearts and brains of computers, mobile devices, and electronic products. Some of my early inspiration for engineering came from watching Star Trek as a kid. It's the first place anyone ever saw a flip phone. And you may also notice that the pad devices that the Starfleet crew uses look a lot like the tablets of today. Like the Star Trek crew, I always wanted to explore, to boldly go where no one has gone before, and to make the world a better place along the way. And that's what led me to UC Davis. I enjoyed a wonderful career at Georgia Tech, where I earned my undergraduate degree in electrical engineering, and most recently served as its Dean of the College of Engineering, which is the largest and most diverse and one of the very best engineering schools in the country. But how could I pass on UC Davis? Davis personifies California's forward-thinking spirit and quest for greatness. You see it in a number and variety of research centers, patents, and business startups arising from our world-renowned agriculture and food science programs. You find it in our holistic approach to studying living beings, from microbes to salmon to gorillas and even humans. We're ranked first in the world for veterinary medicine and first in the nation for agriculture, second in the world. We're ranked 6th among all public research universities in the United States, and we lead the nation in launching women into STEM professions. And we're accomplishing all this in a region that's on the rise. Some talk of the greater Sacramento region as part of a mega region that's emerging from Silicon Valley through the San Francisco Bay Area and all the way up the I-80 corridor to the Sierra foothills. If that's the case, then UC Davis is well poised to make that transition a reality. In the past fiscal year, 14 startup companies were created using technologies developed at Davis. These included critical ventures related to medicine, genetics, cancer therapies, sensor technology, food waste, and more. UC Davis graduates are already filling the pipeline of talent in engineering, software development, and biotechnology here in the region, in Silicon Valley, and elsewhere in the Bay Area. In addition, our continuing and professional education program serves up to 60,000 students a year. Its courses and certification programs are tailored to fit the needs of employees and employers in the region. These include entrepreneurship academies in food, agriculture, and biomedical engineering, and business partnerships that provide incubation facilities, technology, and prototyping equipment. Like I said, how could I pass up on UC Davis? Now that I'm here, I'm working to elevate Davis to the next level, starting with a university-wide 10-year strategic plan, one that assembles our many outstanding pieces that you heard about into a coherent whole that provides a roadmap to preeminence. I gave that plan a name, To Boldly Go. You may recall the Star Trek reference from earlier, or not. But the name sets a tone that UC Davis is moving forward with confidence and commitment to excellence like never before. The plan will address some key challenges, such as how can we accelerate our diversity as a university community to better represent the diversity of California's population? How can we strengthen our research and entrepreneurship enterprise? No pun intended, enterprise. I'll keep waiting until you laugh. And then there's the especially important part: how can we strengthen our ties with the greater Sacramento region? I'll give you a preview of what I have in mind. Imagine an innovation ecosystem in the urban core of Sacramento. Imagine this hub as an extension of the UC Davis campus, one that links our world-renowned research, faculty, and students with local business. Imagine a genuine live, learn, work, play urban ecosystem. Not an island of research labs, but a center that truly ties itself to the surrounding community, including housing, retail space, and even venues for art and music. This is the working concept that I'm calling Aggie Square. I see a tremendous opportunity that would give students easier access to companies for employment and make it easier for companies to collaborate on research with our faculty, postdocs, and graduate students. This concept is modeled after Technology Square in Atlanta, which I had a hand in developing at Georgia Tech. We were successful in transforming a once neglected section of urban Atlanta to a thriving innovation ecosystem that bridges the university with the city and the business community. Some of the biggest names in corporate America are part of Tech Square, including AT&T, Agilent, and Coca-Cola. Tech Square is also home to the Scheller College of Business, a hotel, and a conference center. So I'm confident that we can do something similar here in Sacramento with Aggie Square. And I've had discussions already with Mayor Steinberg and Sacramento business leaders on how this idea might be adapted to our region. The mayor's already toured Tech Square at my invitation. So as we work toward making this Aggie Square a reality, UC Davis continues to push the future. We're also in the midst of long-term plans to transform our UC Davis Veterinary Medical Center. Our goal is to update and expand our veterinary facilities so that we can continue to offer world-class veterinary care and unbeatable education for our students. We've already raised more than $67 million in a campaign for VetMed that we're calling Leading the Way. That represents more than half of our fundraising goals, so we're in great shape going forward. And in Oak Park here in Sacramento, UC Davis Health recently opened its Betty Irene Moore Hall, the new home for our School of Nursing and Health Science professions. This is one of the most innovative educational facilities you'll find anywhere. There are no lecture halls, which if you're a student like me, you appreciate that. The whole building is designed for collaboration to have students from nursing, medicine, informatics, public health, and other healthcare disciplines facing one another, learning from one another, and solving problems together, just as health professionals would do on the job. Now, I could go on and on, but I know we have more honorees to hear from, and I'm going to end here where I began by saying I could not be more excited to be at UC Davis. I believe our best is yet to come. Thank you so much for this award. Let's celebrate and continue to innovate.